We've been closely watching the battle in Lansing over Michigan's election laws. A set of 39 bills moving through the Republican legislature, getting major pushback from Democrats who call the package voter suppression. Rod Maloney live with more on his one-on-one chat with Majority Leader Mike Shirkey. Rod, he vehemently disagrees with that characterization.
Devin, he does indeed, and he says that he has heard from a lot of voters who have expressed concern and confusion over election integrity from 2020. And he says this bill package is designed to make it easier to vote, but tougher to cheat.
And shame on us if we don't address those concerns and address those vulnerabilities so that people can go to the polls next time and have complete confidence that their vote will be counted properly.
Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson holds back nothing, calling this voter suppression and an embarrassment and affront to every citizen. And while there have been no proven cases of fraud in the last election, the leader says we saw a seismic shift in 2020, no reason absentee voting, and drop boxes for those ballots.
Making sure that they're secure and that nobody can play games with them, and that there's being the video surveillance on 24/7 during the election cycle. I have not run into a single person yet who opposes that notion.
He adds voter suppression stems from one thing.
Well, people don't have IDs. Well, time out. Let's solve that problem right now. How many things occur in your life, Rod, on a day-by-day, even hour-by-hour basis where you need an ID? So let's hit the pause button on election reform, and let's solve permanently this notion that people don't have access to an ID. In the 21st century, that should not happen.
Benson repeatedly claims last year's election was the most accessible and secure in our state's history. Shirkey's not so sure.
But why on the day we introduced these bills, she was in Washington, D.C., advocating for the federal government to take over states' rights on elections. So if it was so perfect, it seems there'd be a little bit of inconsistency there.
Now, the majority leader says, look, legislation is about working with the other side, especially in a shared power situation like we have here in the state of Michigan. And he says that everybody who is standing on the sidelines throwing stones at this legislation should roll up their sleeves and go to work to help him so that all Michiganders can feel that there is election integrity.